Welcome to Ross-Age Stadium, home to the Purdue Boilermakers here in West Lafayette, Indiana, and they have been ready to go boiler up since early this morning. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Minnesota Golden Gophers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Purdue Boilermakers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Golden Gophers will kick it away to start. Here's the return from inside his 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So the Purdue Boilermakers return team didn't help matters out much there. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Scanning the field, it's Price. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
That's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Davis. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And the returner will be brought down. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Throws to the tight end. Pass on the way, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Boilermakers racing to the line in a hurry up. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's right on target. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Might as well stick with him. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Grabbed behind the line, it's Crispin. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And the spin move bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
Looking to pass. It's Price. And he's got it! Touchdown, Purdue! What a grab it. What a quick strike from that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
You just got to have better concentration if you're the wide receiver. I know it feels like a routine completion. You still got to get 2 hands on the ball and look it in. That's a bad drop.
He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Golden Gophers are marching down the field. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Looking for a crease. It's Pope. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so we can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Working that left side now. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
From the gun, the ground game.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Dropping back, it's Price. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. We need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He'll do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
Give to the running back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Golden Gophers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minnesota! The AT unit on the field.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. A long way to go for this offense. The give to the back. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11. The Boilermakers in the hurry up. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season, not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it third and short, and you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So we'll see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Back to throw, it's Price. He's got his man. At the 35, he's loose. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He wants to throw. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Wants to throw on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. And the Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. They'll throw it on 1st down. They get him down after he makes the catch. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And now on 2nd down for this offense. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. It's on target and complete. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Throwing to the fullback, if he starts chugging, he can be dangerous, but the defense stopped him before the first chug.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a little time to get that speed up and running. It didn't have it there. Give the defense a ton of credit.
Moves away as he feels pressure. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. Back to pass, it's Price. Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They're bringing heat. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes a connection. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He's looking to throw it. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Takes the handoff. It's Pope. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And the offense about to dial up its 10th play of this drive. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. Headed to the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Arizona State is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jake Plummer, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to UCF. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll start this drive with a pass. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Back to throw, it's Price. Got him downfield. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. The corners are walked up tight. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Got it in the middle. It's Crispin. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you... I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Pope. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Boilermakers are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. It's Price. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Off he goes. He's at the 20. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. grab behind the line. It's Polk. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt. Pitch it up. He'll try to run it back.
And that time there, it looked like the defense just overloaded the left-hand side. And how about the speed getting into the backfield, making that punt block look easy?
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And that's a live ball. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him.
And as a defense,
and wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. He's got him, and they convert. The Boilermakers pick up the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. He's got it again. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Price. Finds his big tight end. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll try to pick up the first. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting a big stop.
On the option, he'll toss it. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Leaves it with the back. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. And the Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
From the gun, running back gets to give. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Coming after it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. Now don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
The RPO, it's complete. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They get to the line quickly.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Back to pass, it's Price. And they get the sack just like that.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. He got it. Guys, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this...
He's off to the races. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They're working that left side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. The quick out. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation.
Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game, dude.
And the Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. They move the tight end all over. Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, it's Price. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit.
Number 19, on to kick it away.
Here's the return. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that's a big play for the defense. Playing at home, you're trailing. You need to create takeaways. You got to get the ball back. Nice job breaking on that one and knocking it away.
They want to run it left here. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Back to throw, it's Price. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
The Boilermakers will hustle to the line. On third down, going up top. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arizona State is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jake Plummer, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UCF. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Price. Feeling some heat. Complete to the left. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. This offense has a 2nd down play. He wants to throw it again. Getting some heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. And a tremendous return on the play before he's brought down. And the Golden Gophers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Power ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Tries again to get it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quick strike complete.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Dropping back, it's Price. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
Brings up 2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
It's 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Gets away. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Deep shot for the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
You're down 2 possessions, 4th quarter, time's not your friend. You got to take a shot. Defense doing a great job in the end zone, making sure that ball falls incomplete. Clean play, excellent coverage, everybody's eyes on the quarterback. That's probably going to seal the deal for this defense.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play.